This video is on the WordPress plugin. You've probably heard the phrase, there's an app for that. Well, the same thing pretty much applies to plugins. If you want to do something with WordPress that isn't already built into WordPress, well, there's probably a plugin for it. Let's head to the WordPress.org plugin directory and have a look around. You get there by going to WordPress.org, and then on the top menu here, click on Plugins. And as you can see, at the time of this recording, there are tens of thousands of plugins available within the plugins directory here on WordPress.org, and all of these are free. Now, there are even more plugins outside of the WordPress plugin directory that are both free and those that you need to pay for. So you've got plenty of choices when it comes to adding functionality to your WordPress site with plugins. Now, one thing I do need to mention about getting free plugins is that for a plugin to be listed here on the WordPress plugin directory, it needs to pass certain quality control tests that free plugins not listed in the WordPress plugin directory might not be able to pass, like, for example, being free of viruses and malware. So if you're looking at a free plugin that is not listed here in the plugin directory and you do not know the reputation of the plugin creator, then my suggestion is do not install it on a working site. If you feel that you just absolutely have to have it, then try it first on a test site, then put it on a working site. That being said, even the plugins within the WordPress plugin directory are not always going to be a great fit for your particular site. Here's a few things to look at to help you decide which plugins might work better than another one that has similar functions. If we scroll down a little bit here on the page, you can see that each one of these plugins are separated in their own little module, their own little box here. You've got the title of the plugin, then you've got these user ratings here. Out of 5 stars, this one's got 5. Over here, you've got the number of active installs and when was the last version of WordPress this particular plugin was tested successful on. So if you've got multiple plugins with similar functions and you're scratching your head wondering which one's going to work best for me, well, which one has the most happy customers? Which one has been installed on the most sites? Which one has been tested for the most recent version of WordPress? Ta-da! That's going to narrow the choices down for you. Now let's have a look at the same things pretty much on our WordPress site. Go ahead and log into our dashboard here and come on down to plugins, and you can either click on plugins here in the left sidebar or click on installed plugins. It'll take you to the same page, that being the plugins management page. And this gives you a list of all the installed plugins, both those that have been activated and not yet activated. These are just those that have been installed. And up here at the top, you can see here by default it shows all of them that have been installed. Then to the right of that is a clickable link that will display just those that have been activated. If you click on that, you can see that these are only the ones that have been activated. And to deactivate them, you guessed it, click on deactivate. And then to the right of that are those that are installed but not active. Now here's something to keep in mind. If a plugin has been reported as having a virus and you have it installed on your site, even though you do not have it activated, it's still a security risk for your site. So it's a good idea to remove any plugins you're not using. I mean, heck, you can always reinstall them later whenever you're ready to put them to use. Oh, and also off to the right of this one is if you've got plugins that are installed, activated or not, but they've got updates available, you'll see a link off to the right here that lists all of them that are ready to be updated. Now, as far as installing new plugins, click on Add New, and this displays that information that you'll find similar to that information here on the WordPress.org plugin page. And here's where you can search through the featured plugins, the popular, recommended, and even what's called the favorites plugins. This is something that you can get if you have a free registered account at WordPress.org. Right up here in the top right corner from WordPress.org on the plugins page, go ahead and click on register if you don't have an account yet, or if you do, click on login. Now, once you're logged in, if we say go to one of the plugin pages, just below the download button here will be a little heart icon. If you click on that, that'll light it up, and that will be adding this particular plugin to your favorites list. So where's that going to come in handy at? Well, here on the Add Plugins page, if you were to click on the favorites link here, so if you're about to install a brand new WordPress site and you've got a set of plugins that you like to install on all of your sites, make sure you have them favorited on WordPress.org. Enter your username here, click on Get Favorites, bing, bang, boom, they're all right there in front of you. You don't have to do much searching. They're going to be right there. Also, if you've got one of those free or paid-for plugins off the internet that did not come from WordPress.org, use the Upload Plugin link up here at the top. Click on Choose File, navigate to the location of that zip file, because it has to be a zip file, on your computer. And then once it's selected, the Install Now button will light up and you just click on that and there you go. Okay, so now let's click on Featured and bring us back to the main section of our WordPress plugins page. Now then, let's go ahead and install that plugin I was talking about in a prior video that's going to enhance our post and page editor visual section, or the What You See is What You Get tab, also known as the WYSIWYG tab. So up here in the Search Plugins box, type in the name of the plugin, and it's TinyMCE Advanced. And as you see here, as I start typing, WordPress is going to start searching for all plugins that match what I've got in the Search Plugins box. Oh, there we are. I don't even have to finish typing. So go ahead and click on Install Now and Activate. And with most all these plugins that you've installed and activated, there'll be a settings link here on the plugins management page. And a lot of times you'll be able to find that same settings link over here in the settings section. So right there we go. That'll take us to the same page. And I'm not going to go into great detail on how to use this plugin. By all means, check that out. I do want to basically show you that if you just left click, hold, and drag the elements down here at the bottom up here, or even drag those that are already up here around, this is how it's going to look on the post and page editor. Go ahead and click on Save Changes. And by the way, there's some additional information here at the bottom. By all means, check that out as well. Now, if we go to the post or page editor, click on Add New, you can see this is an exact replica of what we just saw on the TinyMCE settings page. And one last plugin that I want to install is our Contact Us. Let's go to Plugins, Add New, the same thing. Come up here to the Search Plugins box, type in the name of the plugin you're looking for. It's actually Contact Form 7, but right here it is. Click on Install Now, Activate. Now this time it's on a link all its own. In the flyout for Contact, click on Contact Forms. And there's so much you can do with this particular plugin. It can command its own video series for that matter. But just to quickly add this form, click on the shortcode here and then click on Copy once it's all highlighted. Come on up to Pages, Add New, give it a catchy title. And since this is a shortcode, you can paste this down here in the editor box in either the visual or the text tab. And then click on Publish. And let's have a look at our new contact form. There we go. Fantastic. Now, one last thing I want to mention before I close out this video is that if you've got the need for a particular functionality or feature to be added to your site, and you're just not really sure if a plugin exists for that, what you might consider doing is going to, like, say, Facebook and doing a search for WordPress plugins or groups that deal with WordPress or WordPress plugins specifically, and just ask. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on WordPress plugins. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.